Es muy bueno.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube, or welcome back to my YouTube. However you got here, whether you're new or returning, thank you very much for checking out my channel. And folks, I'm going to be doing something unique first. As I'm talking to you in YouTube, I'm also filming this for Facebook Live. Never done this before, but I figured since we're all stuck inside right now, this would be a unique experiment and a good way to, keep people entertained. So some people are seeing this live, some people are seeing this not live. Makes sense? Okay. So what I'm unboxing today is something that I ordered way before all of this insanity started. And the artist lives in another country, so it took a while for the package to get here, like a long while. So anyway, this is something that I've wanted for a really long time, and it relates to my t-shirt. I don't know if you can see my t-shirt. It's something I created as a tribute to the dear departed horror auteur, filmmaker, master extraordinaire Wes Craven. It's basically a shirt in the style of the Freddy's Dead teaser poster, except instead of the text that was on that poster, it says Wesley Earl Craven, and then it has his born and died dates, and it says in loving memory. Shout out to Wes. Thank you for everything you did for us, for everything that you gave us. I was on the book, I was on Facebook one night, just, browsing, and I saw a post by my friend Ruben Morales. Ruben and I cosplay together in a team of slasher characters. We are known as the Titans of Terror, and we do conventions, and Ruben is Jason. I am Michael Myers in the group. And he posted something on his page, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, that is really amazing. So I went in for a closer look, and I saw that this studio was having this sale. So I saw this item on this artist's gallery page, was freaked out, contacted the artist, and asked them about this item, and they said, yeah, we can make you one, and yada yada. Cut to weeks and weeks later, totally worth the wait, I'm assuming, and we're going to open this thing. Now, I should also mention, I grew up in the Freddy generation. Like, Freddy Krueger was born during my generation's youth, and his popularity exploded at the time that I was in junior high school. So I'm part of the Freddy generation. I am the first generation of Fredheads. I have that honor and distinction, and I am a huge Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy fan, like huge. Anybody that's watching this on Facebook Live that knows me from high school can attest to the fact that I had Freddy shirts that I wore all the time. I got Fangoria. I saw almost all the films in theaters. I'm part of the first generation of Fredheads. And then later in my life, I got to be a part of two amazing projects that have to do with the world of Nightmare on Elm Street. I got to help produce the definitive documentary on A Nightmare on Elm Street, the entire series. It's a multi-award winning documentary. It's called Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street Legacy. And then I teamed up with one of the people who helped produce Elm Street Legacy to create a book that was the ultimate written tribute to the original Nightmare on Elm Street. It was all about the making of it, the genesis, the creation, the release, the legacy, the impact, and that book is titled Never Sleep Again, The Making of Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. Being part of those projects, getting to meet and work with a lot of the cast and crew from the original Nightmare on Elm Street series, including the late, great Wes Craven, who I just bowed down before. I tried not to geek out too hard when I met him, but it was really, really difficult. And he could tell, I got to play Freddy Krueger after these amazing projects that I was part of. Warner Brothers had an event called Horror Made Here, and they've done it twice. They've done it for 2 years. We're hoping they'll come back this year. But they hired me the first year to play Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger, and I got to wear the actual prosthetics from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, the Dream Child. The amazing David Woodruff applied my makeup every time, and it was just a dream come true, wearing that makeup that Robert wore in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, and getting to do some of the gestures from that film. It's a boy! That was just an amazing experience. So again, all that to say, I am a huge, huge fan of Freddy Krueger. And the music that's playing is actually composed by yours truly. I also got to score The Confession of Fred Krueger, written and directed by Nathan Thomas Milliner, who is the amazing artist that did the art for the book that I got to be a part of. That was all about A Nightmare on Elm Street. Anyway, so Nathan did the cover art, and Nathan made this short film. It's part of the prequel to Fred Krueger. It tells part of the story of what happened before he was burned to death by vigilantes. And the performances were amazing. Kevin Roach was an incredible Fred Krueger, bone-chillingly frightening. And getting to score that film, I contacted Charles Bernstein, who scored the first Nightmare on Elm Street. And I said, Charles, I don't want to do this without your blessing, but I want this to sound like you composed it. I already got an idea. I'm going to do something that'll sound like you, but it's not your exact theme. And he gave me his blessing. And getting to do that and getting to play in the musical world that I grew up with, that was the soundtrack of my youth. So getting to play with these amazing themes and all the soundscapes of Nightmare for Nathan's film was great. Then, a year later, I got the honor of scoring Don't Fall Asleep, which is a fan film about Nancy Thompson. It's all about what happens between the end of A Nightmare on Elm Street and the opening of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. Deandra Laser plays Nancy Thompson, directed by Paige Troxel. And then the biggest honor of that gig was that I got to write an actual theme for the great Nancy Thompson, who is one of the greatest horror characters to ever emerge on the silver screen. She is a legend. So to get to write a theme for her, a proper theme, because she's never had one in any of the films, was just beyond an honor, and it was amazing. And Heather herself was actually a part of that film. Heather Langenkamp did voiceover.
I now know that as long as Krueger lives, I will never rest.
So she got to play Nancy again, one last time, as Wes said. So being a part of that was amazing as well. So I'm deep, deep, deep in the world of Nightmare on Elm Street. So having said that, this arrived, and ready? Ta-da! From Fear the Dark Studios. You can see it is a replica of Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger in the original Nightmare on Elm Street makeup, with acrylic eyes, and oh my god, is that cool! Oh my god, it looks just like him. That is amazing. That profile is so distinctly Robert Englund. Look at that. And he got the detail of the burns. Because again, I grew up with this, so I know this makeup inside and out. He got the charred kind of cauliflower extra large ear. Yeah, this is going to find a place of honor in our collection, right alongside my man Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and the ghastly Ghostface. Ruben said, I'm so glad I helped connect you to that. Yes, Ruben, I'm very glad too, and it pays to have friends, folks, because your friends can help you stumble upon amazing works like this. If you like what you see, and I know I do, then you should probably visit Fear of the Dark Studios. I will put the links in the description for this video, and they'll be on the screen down here somewhere-ish, I imagine, below me. And pick up one of their great creations. They have tons of amazing stuff, guys. Tons of really, really amazing, really killer, no pun intended, stuff. So pick up one of these bad boys, or pick up your own Nightmare at Fear of the Dark Studios.